What's up, people? I'm gonna wait for some people to come on in. It's time. It's time. If you're new here, Aaron, what's good, bro? What's good? For people who don't know, this is the first fantasy rap league. You're watching Team Box Cutter right now. We're doing a live video pick for Tupac. Tupac is on our team. All G's React channel has Black Thought this week. It's going to be a hard week. We got to come up with the right video. But before we get started, just to let y'all know what happened last week, week 4, okay? We had Busta Rhymes. In the Ghetto was the song versus K Reno. All G's React team had K Reno, No Redemption. You know what time it is. I'm about to pull out the special playlist. I don't pull the special playlist out for nothing. Please, someone type in there before I start and press play what I pull the special playlist out for. What do I pull it out for, Aaron? What do I pull the special playlist out for, Aaron? Only the wins. Team Box Cutter, we 4-0. Woo! Woo! Guess who just showed up, people? Wait, let's stop it. Swift Doe, you in the building. In the building. We 4-0, people. Busta Rhymes beat K Reno with In the Ghetto. That's not even his best song. It's not even his best song. We 4-0, people. Listen, I told them before we got started with this stuff, we came together. Me, All G's React, Joshua came together. It was like, listen, we're going to do a rap battle royale. I said, yo, let's make it like a fantasy league. Fine. I said, you got the type of people in your repertoire that you can come up with some good teams. We did the draft, and afterwards I told him, I said, I've been hanging with this guy, D-Boy Slim, for so long. There's no way that the people on my channel is going to lose to All G's React. So said, so done. We're 4-0. Once again, we're going to wait for a couple more people to chime on in. I don't pull this playlist out for nothing. I only pull it out for the wins, baby. You got to have special party music when you win. You got to have the horns. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a live drums. You don't need a beat machine. When you win, you got to have the live horns. Yeah! All right, speaking of that, we'll put this in the background. What's good, brother?
I take it that the Packers picked up the W.
No, I'm wearing the Packers hat because they're playing right now. What we won was, and you guys, this is great. This is perfect time. The Fantasy Rap Battle League, we won again. Team Box Cutter won again. It's pretty much solidified. We won again. It's no big deal. The way that this works, you see, this is my partner, D-Boy Slim. Come on in, man. Come on in. This allows me a little bit of time. Aaron Steve, what's up? Swift Doe says, yo, what's good? Listen, this is the time that I get to explain to all the new people watching this right now live or watching it afterwards. Whenever you see this, you are Team Box Cutter because you clicked on this. What we're doing is a fantasy rap battle league. A few weeks ago, about a month ago, I had all the people on my channel come together in a live draft to pick 16, well, really 23 of the best rappers with videos that meet certain criteria: musicality, rapping skill, influence, content with cultural importance, right? And the video matters. Apaya J, you back? Oh, I know Black Thought is lyrical, but guess what? He's not on our team this week. So we did the draft. We picked 23 people, 16 weeks with backups, right? This week, what we pulled out was Black Thought versus Tupac. Tupac is what you guys picked. That's our team. So now we have to find a video from Tupac that we believe can beat whatever they picked this week from Black Thought. It's got to be lyrical. It's got to have culturally significant content. Hopefully, it'll have a dope video. Hopefully, the influence is already there. Those two are icons. Let's be honest, people. Those two are icons. But we have maybe one of the most influential rappers in hip-hop history. Not only because of his death, he was influential before that. There wasn't many people doing movies as rappers when Tupac started doing his. What was it, Juice? He became an actual, legitimate actor and rapper. He had songs that were anthems for the hoods from West Coast to East Coast. There was a battle, but you guys have to realize that even battles only amp up your influence. Who does not know who Tupac is? Who hasn't been influenced by Tupac? So we have something here. I'm going to let you guys think about it. What video are we picking? After this, we're about to do the basement debates, and I'm going to put that up there. We may do it live, we may not do it live, but y'all know the basement debates. Swifto say you respect Pac now that you're older. Me too. I kind of thought he had the same flow over time and time. I've come to realize that he just knew how to speak to the people. The problem is skill and flow. Pac kept that same flow. He did not change. Black Thought, if they pull out something like that, Black Thought, if they pull out something like that, what you call it? That freestyle he did on Funk Flex or something like that, we lost skill and flow.
Can I weigh in?
Go ahead. This is you.
I mean,
this is the neophyte to the group. This is you.
But I don't know. It's kind of when you say Black Thought and Pac, because Pac, just the timing of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Pac died in 96. Of course, if you listen to a Black Thought freestyle now, it's going to be way more informative, just because of the fact that life ended for Pac in 1996. The world has changed since 1996. But besides all of that, like you said, his impact and influence on hip hop, I think, is immeasurable and unparalleled. So Pac, I think, gets the nod a lot of times because, like you said, when he was here, it wasn't just because that he died. I think when he was here, he was looked upon as one of the greatest, obviously, if not the greatest. But the things that he was doing at the time, like you said, there wasn't a lot of people doing them. And even to this day, you might have your Will Smiths that was able to transition, and know, LL Cool J's, but all of that, Pac did that. All of that said, Pac did that real early, and he did it well. Like, he did it where the movie would be a box office smash, as well as his record coming out is going to go double platinum. So
yeah, wow. Think about that back then. It was hip hop was. They were still wondering, as far as the greater general population, if hip hop was going to be considered a real music or just a It's not underground at that time. I mean, we had Big and Pac. They were the ones, but it was still kind of a punk movement, if you understand what I mean by that. It was a punk movement, like it was anti-government, it was anti, what do you call that? Norm, anti-norm. You still were, if you listen to hip hop, you were still a little bit on the edge. And to go into the movie entertainment, turn your stuff into blockbusters, still sell platinum. I think it besides like your Run DMCs and besides your Beastie Boys, after that, it's Wu-Tang, it's Pac, and it's Biggie that turned hip hop into what it is today. Am I wrong there, guys?
You know, I just think that yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's a fair.
It's fair. So we have a millennial here. Aaron Steve says, "I know I'm a millennial, but I was brought up into hip hop through the old school, and for me, Pac is like the God standard." Mm. And there's so many
for a lot of people, yeah,
yeah.
Like the funny thing about it is, it wasn't like hip hop. Hip hop, when Pac came, hip hop was here. What? Maybe a good, because I like to say Pac came in what, 91, 92, I think, when he was with Digital Underground. You talking the early 90s, probably 90, the earliest probably 90, 91. And then by the time he went solo, I know for sure that's 90, you know, I Get Around and all that. That's 92, 93. So I said all that to say Pac, hip hop was here long before Pac, before a lot of people, especially in my generation.
What up, Sack Juggalo? Ain't seen you in a minute, man.
Hip hop started with Pac, and like you said, it's still to this day measured by whatever a Pac album, you know, sounded like, or whatever the case. Yeah, a lot. You know, that's an accurate.
So this goes to the heart of the story. Sack Juggalo's here, man. Everybody say what's up to him, man. He's been a fan for a long time. Our goal today is to pick a Pac video that we know or that we feel can beat whatever All G's React team picks for Black Thought. And I'm reiterating this because I want to remind you that I already got two people that chimed in offline, okay? And they said, "Dear Mama" and "Brenda's Got a Baby."
Powerful. I was thinking the same thing.
Right. So let's understand what we're talking about. Like, maybe you thought that Pac spoke to a generation because he was Thug Life. I beg to differ. That stuff was cool, and he almost reinvented the word thug to mean something different than it did before now. Now it has a whole new connotation because of him. That in itself is big. But what Pac was able to do was tell the hood story from the perspective of the child, the mom, the thug, and the scholar. It's hard to do that. It's hard to hit all five in 3 verses. Brenda's Got a Baby was talking about social issues beyond just what he saw outside, but still brought it back to what it was inside his house, inside his hood, right outside his door. Same thing with Dear Mama. If you have a mom, you understood it. Even if your mom didn't go through the same things his did, or even if your life wasn't like his, he got to speak on things, and he did it, I think, unfortunately, few and far between. But what he's known for is the child, the parent, the scholar, and the thug. It's been if we can find a video that encompasses all of that, we might have a win, y'all. We might have a win. Sack Juggalo, appreciate that. So that's it. That's the choices. We're gonna celebrate our win. We're 4-0, but things are kind of getting dicey. Just to let you know, the next few weeks, we actually have Big Boy versus Crooked Eye. We got Big Boy. Big Pun versus Eminem. We got Eminem. That might be a historic battle, y'all. Whatever videos y'all choose, that might be a historic battle. King ISO versus Styles P. We got Styles P. Y'all already know that. We wouldn't even choose King ISO here. Cool G Rap versus Mick Jenkins. we got Mick Jenkins. That's the difference. We got a few battles ahead of us, people. Don't be fooled because we're 4-0 now. It's a long, long season. It goes on and on. Chris Calico versus Andre 3000. That's a win for us immediately. Daylight versus Kendrick Lamar. Probably another win, but we'll have to see what they pick. ASAP versus Jay-Z. Win for us. Crazy Bone versus Hobson. We got Hobson. We might lose that. Khan versus My Song. They both have about the same amount of music, right? We got My Song. Nipsey Hussle versus Big Daddy Kane. What do you think about that?
That's crazy, right there.
What do you think about that?
That's crazy.
How do you judge that? Who wins that? Go ahead.
I was just going to shout out Swift Doe. What up, boy?
Who the fuck is Mick Jenkins?
That's one of his though. But yeah.
Mick Jenkins is fired. Mick Jenkins is fired. That's all you need to know. Papoose. That's his boy. That's his boy. We didn't pick Papoose.
Now you talking.
As a matter of fact, Papoose was on our list, but he wasn't picked. Nobody picked Papoose. Our backups are Guru, Marlon Craft, Eve, and Nicki Minaj. I had to make a few trades to get Tech 9. I tried to get your boy Detroit dude. What's his name? I got a little blank now. Nipsey R.I.P. Appreciate that, Mr. Piaget. Mariana Piaget. What was it? Oh, Royster 5'9", but he ended up going to the other team. So yeah, Papoose is still on the board for next year. Don't trip. Sack Juggalo, when we do this, that's the whole thing, is we needed y'all. This has been gaining steam thanks to you guys for 5 weeks now. And so the more steam we gain, the more people that come and do these live video chats and become a part of this team. Next year when we do this, you remember those names like Papoose. All right? Remember those names. People who we didn't get to do, like CeeLo Green. Remember them names. Remember the underground names that we didn't get to say. Remember your big L's. Nobody chose Big L. We don't have a Big L at all. We bugging this year. Nobody chose Rakim. KRS-One isn't there. Like, what are we doing? So we did have Nas, and we won with him, obviously. But here it is. It's week 5. Now it's time. I'm gonna type right down here in this section, people, so y'all can see the 2 videos already suggested. One is Dear Mama. Dear Mama, and what was the other? Brenda's Had a Baby. Brenda got a baby. These are our 2 we're choosing from. This is the live video pick. It happens tonight. I don't want it to have to go to a poll so people who are here now get to choose. Sack Juggalo, what's your choice? Tupac, if you're not ready, just type in skip. We'll go to the next person. Everybody start thinking about the video that they want. If it's already typed down there, Just press 1 for Dear Mama, press 2 for Brenda's Got a Baby. That's it. Whoever wins, that's the video we're going with. Against Black Thought. Anybody need to hear some music? We'll play it right now live for you. Shh. Okay, Brenda Got a Baby. Sack Juggalo chooses Brenda's Got a Baby. That's already another vote for 1. I'm gonna go to Aaron Steed because I know you've been waiting. Aaron Steed, what you got? Brenda's Got a Baby. Dear Mama, or you got something else? Remember the criteria also. We're talking about skill and flow. You gonna skip? All right. He's skipping. So who's next? Swift Doe. What you got? We got skill and flow. We got influence. We got content with cultural importance. Brenda's Got a Baby. I mean, that's that. We got visual creativity on the video. What else was it? I think that's it. Did I say influence, skill, visual creativity, content with cultural importance, and what am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. Musicality. Ooh. Listen, y'all. Swift Doe says Dear Mama. It's a vote for 2. All right. Marion Apayaje, Dear Mama. It's a vote for 1. We 2-1. We 2-1 with Dear Mama. We got Marion Apayaje said Dear Mama. We got Swift Doe, and you're gonna be the tiebreaker, bro. How that feel? You're gonna be the tiebreaker. Swift Doe says Dear Mama. No need. Holloman said Dear Mama as well. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Damn. What you say?
That Dear Mama always spoke to me.
So before we leave, people, let's talk about why Dear Mama speaks to us. We're talking about a time in our cumulative hip-hop history where mothers were raising their children alone.
Funky. Keep it all the way funky.
I'm gonna be honest with
you. Straight like that. Mothers.
Dear Mama on Mother's Day is like summertime in the summer.
Even more powerful.
Facts, but even more powerful. But that's what it's like.
I mean, he had those anthems too. For whatever you wanted to say about
True Sack,
him and like you said, Thug Life, he got certain anthems that'll always stick out in history about Black women in particular, and that's like, you know, that goes along to his legacy too. I think when you talk about keep your head up, and of course, like we said, Dear Mama, that's just like you said, that was the time in our generation and when we was coming up where it was more of that than not. Like that was the norm. Like if you grew up with your mother and your father, you was a special kind of kid because it was regular and it was normal. Like me, myself, and most of my friends that I knew, it was their mother that was raising them. And
ain't mad at you.
When he came out with Dear Mama, it was like it pinned that. Like, and like I said, that's why some of his anthems and some of his classic hits are always, you know, stick out in history as far as the culture is concerned.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. I was one of the kids that was lucky. I consider myself lucky. I don't know, it's just different, but I considered it lucky to have a father and a mom in the home. But I grew up in Chicago, fam. I'm gonna be on 100. Like I was the only one. People looked at me like an oddball or a rarity. So I understood what that song meant. And even then, even if you have both parents, it doesn't mean that Dear Mama means less to you. It's just that what it was talking about and who it spoke to culturally, where we were in 1990, 91, 92. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it means. You guys picked a good one. I don't think we can. Dear Mama, hey, we got. First of all, he calls himself M. Falme Dome, but I know him as. We know him as All Out Attack. Oh man, I forgot the name. Give us the other name, M. Falme Dome. Something TV All Out Attack. My Tribe TV All Out Attack. That's what we know him as. Yeah. So I think you guys picked a good one, man. Dear Mama's gonna work. We have competition with Black Thought, though. Let's not act like he's not one of the. Where does he rank for you? Where's Black Thought rank? I have the top 50 list actually right here that we chose on the basement debates. Black Thought was like number 19. It's about right. Top 20 all time. My Tribe TV. I already got it. I already said it. I remembered it. But Pac is ranked at number 10 on our joint list. And I'm sure many of you have him out there as number 1, 2, or 3.
That's decent because worldwide, that's kind of a consensus, like Tupac. No matter where, because we always talk about that, people's variation of top 10, depending on who you are, when you was born, where you from, where you grew, whatever, it may vary in the top 10. But if, fundamentally you feel like you kind of on the same vibe or the same wavelength as the next person, when your Rakims, the Biggies, the Nas's, and Tupacs or whatever are in your top 10, you feel like, okay, no matter where you rank them, that's kind of accurate.
They're gonna be in the top 10. Yeah. And there's a lot of people like M. Falme, Dome, My Tribe TV, All Out Attack. There's a lot of people, like he said, number 1. That put Pac number 1. But I think that's mainly because we don't, when we're making these lists, man, we got to decide what we're doing it on. Like, what the artist means to you. I'm going to be honest, Busta Rhymes has been for a long time. It's probably not anymore. There's a few others that have come up. Busta Rhymes has been my favorite rapper of all time. He didn't make my top 10 list because I have to look objectively at the rhymes, the styles, what they're saying, the content, all these things that we're judging. If Tupac is your number 1, objectively, the rhyme, the pattern, the style, the musicality, is it really better than Jay? Is he really a better rapper than Big Pun? Or did it just touch you more? Either way, is he really a better rapper than Nas? Either way, he's top 10. But anyone in that top 10, I mean, we have to start asking those questions to solidify their actual point. Chia Fade now. Listen, y'all, everybody who picked Dear Mama, we got more people chiming in. So as more people chime in, that thing may change. Let's see. Black Thought is one of the greatest ever. Fuck what you heard. If you rate Pac higher than Thought, I suggest you listen to his lyrics closer, and very few is messing with Black Thought. That's true. But Chia Fade now, what we're talking about right now is the video that we're going to choose, because Pac is the person that we chose for our team. Black Thought is on All G's React team. So we know how hard this week is. Do you have a song that you think could beat Black Thought in a head-to-head battle? Whatever they choose. Chia Fade now, if you have one, type it in. So far, everybody's chosen Dear Mama. We've had a couple for Brenda's had a baby, but it looks like Dear Mama's winning. If you had a different one, let me know now. We're about to leave in about 2-3 minutes and get started on the basement debates. Y'all know how we do. But yeah, it's eye-opening, bro. It's eye-opening. Tupac versus Black Thought. Tupac is much more than an artist. I viewed him more as a black leader. Ooh. And That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to, doesn't it? It comes down to what he meant to you, what he meant to the culture, more than, what your favorite song is. You're right about that. Swifto was talking to Dome, said if you went to any club or cookout or any social gathering, they probably couldn't name one song from Black Thought, even though he's that dope. True. Dang, that's very true. That's very true. Swifto, that's very true. Very true. Like, people love Black Thought, but couldn't. And let's not forget, we talk musicality is one of the categories. He was with one of the most musical group in hip hop. I'm not gonna lie. Why? Because they all play instruments, real instruments. Okay? That's hard to beat. It's gonna be hard to beat. I don't know why I'm blanking today. I'm too tired. It's gonna be hard to beat the Roots in musicality. He was bred to lead because his mama. That's true. That's why he made Dear Mama. His mom was a Panther. And what it is, it shows the dichotomy of humans. It's so funny. I was just watching a joint, the Drink Champs, and it had Angie Martinez on there. And she said something so profound that she heard from Tekashi 6ix9ine. It was like, what does 6ix9ine mean? And he drew a 6 on a paper and slid it over to her and says, what does that say? And she looked at the number and said 6. And then he turned it around and says, what does that say? And she said 9. And he said, exactly. There's always more than one perspective to see a person. That's how he saw his mom. Also led him as a leader, as well as all the bad things that he talks about in that song. But that's all of us, isn't it? Like, Bruce Lively is not just a drummer and a podcast person, not just a fantasy rap league dude. He's also a father. Right? He's also a teacher. He's also a learner. He's also a student. And if anybody personified that, that's Pac. Great point. Great point, man. Great point. I'm gonna give one more minute. To Chia Fade. If you're still here, Chia Fade. What you see?
No, I'm looking at some of the comments.
Yeah. If you have an idea, Chia Fade, let me know. Only video right now is at Dear Mama. Anybody got any other suggestions? It's up to y'all. I cannot choose it. We cannot choose it. Go Bears. Get the hell out of here, man, with that stuff, man.
Chicago dude, too.
See? Listen.
Tell you in the same breath he's from Chicago.
I'm a fan. I love Chicago. I'm a Cubs fan. How about that? I like the Bears. Holloman, you the one that hate the Bears. That's why he said the LMFAO on there. LMAO on there. But it's Green Bay all day. They playing right now. Who's winning, BJ? Before we leave, who's winning? Oh, we got a West Coast rider out there. Raiders. Yo, what you gonna do when the Raiders go to where is it? Las Vegas. Dang, Kansas City winning right now. Y'all killing me, man. Y'all killing me. But what is it? It's like, what was it, third quarter? Listen, before we leave, M. Falme Dome, what are you going to do when the Raiders move to Las Vegas? You still a Raiders fan? Angie from Oakland, you're still going to be a fan. You don't feel like they left you? You don't feel no type of way? You know what? the Browns had a similar situation when the owner moved and then became the Ravens in Baltimore. Bears are trash. You're supposed to still be a fan. If you're a fan of a team, you can't not be a fan when they're losing. Ask Kim.
Yeah, I see it.
The Giants looking ugly.
Only one person wins the championship. Now they give no trophies for second place, people.
Yeah, they do. It's called the division championship.
There you go.
It is a trophy for second place.
Nobody gets second place.
You get a division championship. So, yes, you do. There's a trophy for that.
That's just that.
You either win the NFC or the AFC, the NFC championship.
Nobody remembers the second place.
Or the AFC championship. There's a trophy for that, though.
Losers. Only losers pay attention to losing.
Listen, man, when they threw Eli Manning out, I couldn't stop laughing. And I don't have no skin in the game. I don't care about that. But just because of you, man, all the trash that you continuously talk, when they threw him out, man.
We got a good quarterback now from Duke.
Really?
Yeah, he's pretty solid. I feel comfortable about the future. Got to tighten up. We gave up our down the field threat in Odell.
He's mediocre.
But he's pretty good. Always remember, people, when you hear this type of talk from Green Bay fans, is if you ask somebody who has more championships, Eli or Aaron Rodgers.
And see, that's what's funny. People are gonna say that Eli. Who in their right mind would ever say that Eli is better than Aaron Rodgers?
See what I'm saying? Like,
who in the right mind would ever say that?
That's the only question you ask somebody who likes to talk nonsense from that likes the Green Bay Packers.
He said Eli worked for Papa John's. Eli worked for Papa John's now, man. Nobody care about that. Hey,
2 championships. He must be a Falcons fan or something.
That
sounds like somebody that's talking from the perspective of they're used to losing.
Oh man,
that's the Raiders fan.
Nah, the Raiders fan is he's such a fan. He's okay with them moving to Las Vegas. I would like to know, what like the Seattle Seahawks, what the Seattle thought when they moved to LA and stuff like that. When those moves happen, do you stay a fan? Well, anyway, we're getting off topic. It's hip hop. Number one, go ahead.
Nah, we out of here. We get
ready to do our thing. Number one, playlist music. We're 4-0, people. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Join us Wednesday. Wednesday's the head-to-head. Whoever they choose for Black Thought over there, be good, Mfalme, be good, My Tribe TV. Whoever they choose over there, you guys come watch the head-to-head. It's going to be Dear Mama versus whatever they choose. Sack Juggalo. Y'all check out his page too. He's somehow gets like some of the bombest interview. I don't know how you do it, bro. I need to call you up too. He gets some of the best interviews, man, for real, of some of the most underground rappers and people that you need to know about. But Wednesday, join us. Right now, we're about to actually shoot the Basement Debates. Basement Debates with Bruce Lively and D-Boy Slim. So y'all just stay tuned for that. It's going to probably upload tonight. It'll be there by the morning. If not tonight, if you up late like I am. Y'all keep it 100. I appreciate it. Thank you for showing up, showing out. Dear Mama's a great pick. Let's see if we can become 5-0 this week, people. Let's see if we can become 5-0. Y'all check that out before I go. Sack Juggalo. Check out that IG. I'm going to hit you up, brother. And that's it. With that being said,
we out of here.
Peace.